You're in a trade. Everything looks good. Your analysis was solid. Your entry was clean. Your stop loss is set. You're following your trading plan. You feel in control. Then suddenly, the price drops. Fast. Really fast. The red candle on your screen seems to grow bigger every second. Your profit disappears. Now you're at break even. Now you're in the red. Your stop loss is still far away, but the speed of this move makes your heart pound. Panic hits you like a truck. Your hands start shaking, your breathing gets shallow, your mind races with thoughts. What's happening? Why is it moving so fast? Should I get out? Should I wait? What if it keeps dropping? What if I lose everything? Before you can think clearly, your hand moves. You click. You close the trade. You take the loss. Not at your planned stop loss. Not according to your trading strategy. You just closed it because the panic was unbearable. You had to do something. You had to escape the fear. That's a panic trade, not the trade you took originally. The panic trade is the action you took while panicking, closing the position early, moving your stop loss in desperation, or immediately taking another trade to recover. 5 minutes later, the price reverses. It goes back up exactly as your original analysis predicted. If you had just held your position, if you had trusted your trading plan, you would have been fine. But you panic traded, and panic trades almost always cost you money. This happens in trading every single day to thousands of traders around the world. Experienced traders, beginners, people who know better. The trading psychology of panic is universal. It doesn't matter how much you know about trading. When panic hits, knowledge disappears and instinct takes over. Let me tell you about Yale, who panic traded his way through $31,000 in losses before he finally learned how to calm down and stop letting panic destroy his trading. Yale had been trading for nearly 2 years when he finally admitted he had a serious panic trading problem. He'd been denying it for months, making excuses, blaming market conditions. But the numbers in his trading journal told a brutal truth. Over 6 months, Yale had taken 167 trades. Out of those 167 trades, Yale panic traded on 52 of them. That's 31% of his trades where panic took over and Yale did something he wasn't supposed to do. What does panic trading look like specifically? For Yale, it showed up in 3 ways. Panic trade type 1, the emergency exit. Yale would be in a trade that was going against him. His stop loss wasn't hit yet. His trading plan said to hold. But panic would overwhelm him and he'd close the trade immediately, often taking a larger loss than his planned stop loss because he exited at a worse price in his panic. Panic trade type 2, the desperate stop move. Yale would see the price approaching his stop loss. Panic would hit. Instead of letting the stop get hit as planned, Yale would move his stop loss further away, desperately hoping the trade would turn around. This turned small planned losses into massive unplanned losses. Panic trade type 3, the immediate recovery trade. After taking a panic-induced loss, Yale's trading psychology would spiral. He couldn't stand the feeling of being down money, so he'd immediately take another trade, not based on his strategy, but based on desperation to recover. These panic recovery trades had the worst success rate of all. Yale calculated the damage from these 52 panic trades. The 52 trades where panic took over cost him $31,000. Meanwhile, the 115 trades where Yale stayed calm and followed his trading plan actually made him $8,400. Think about that. Yale's trading strategy was profitable, his analysis was good, his risk management was sound, but panic trading destroyed everything. Instead of being up $8,400, Yale was down $22,600. The only difference was panic. This realization shook Yale deeply. His trading knowledge was fine. His trading strategy was fine. His problem was pure trading psychology. His problem was panic. And until he solved the panic problem, no amount of trading knowledge would make him profitable. Yale's recognition that panic was destroying his trading led him to research the psychology behind it. And understanding how panic works in the brain explained why it's so powerful in trading. Panic isn't a choice. When you panic trade, you're not deciding to make a bad decision.
You're experiencing a biological response that's been built into humans for millions of years. Your brain is trying to save your life, even though your life isn't actually in danger. Here's how panic works in trading psychology. When you're in a losing trade and the price is moving fast against you, your brain detects a threat. Not a physical threat like a predator, but a threat to your resources, your security, your survival. Your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, activates. It releases stress hormones, adrenaline, and cortisol. Your heart rate increases, your breathing speeds up. Blood flows away from your rational thinking brain and toward your muscles, preparing you to fight or run. This is the same response your ancestors had when facing a tiger. The biological response is identical. Your brain can't tell the difference between "I'm losing money on a trade" and "I'm about to be eaten by a predator." The fear feels the same. When you're in this state, your rational brain shuts down. The part of your brain that understands trading strategy, risk management, and probability, that part is offline. The part of your brain that just wants to escape danger, that part is now in control. This is why panic trading happens. You're not making trading decisions. Your frightened animal brain is making survival decisions. And survival decisions in trading are usually terrible trading decisions. Yale experienced this constantly. When panic hit, all his trading knowledge would vanish. He knew he should hold his position. He knew moving his stop loss was wrong. He knew taking a recovery trade was a mistake. But in the moment, with adrenaline flooding his system, that knowledge was inaccessible. All Yale could feel was the desperate need to escape, to do something, to make the fear stop. And the only way to make the fear stop was to close the trade, or move the stop, or take another trade to fix the loss. The trading psychology of panic also involves something called action bias. When humans feel threatened, we feel better if we take action. Even if the action is objectively wrong, doing something feels better than doing nothing. In trading, doing nothing is often the right choice. Hold your position. Trust your plan. Let your stop loss work if it needs to. But when you're panicking, doing nothing feels impossible. Your brain is screaming, "Do something." So you panic trade. You take action. And immediately after, you feel a tiny bit better. The panic subsides for a moment. But you've just made a terrible trading decision that costs you money.
Understanding the biology of panic was helpful, but Yale needed to know specifically what triggered his panic in trading. Because not every situation caused panic, only certain ones did. Yale analyzed his 52 panic trades and found clear patterns. Specific situations triggered panic in his trading psychology every time. Understanding these triggers was crucial because Yale could prepare for them. Trigger 1. Fast, sudden moves. When price moved slowly against Yale, he could handle it. His trading psychology stayed calm. But when price dropped fast, a sudden sharp move down, panic would hit immediately. Why? Because fast moves feel dangerous. They feel like emergencies. Slow moves feel manageable. Your brain has time to process. Fast moves activate your fear response instantly. Yale panic traded most often during high volatility news events or sudden market moves. These fast drops triggered his amygdala before his rational brain could assess whether the move was actually dangerous. Trigger 2. Approaching the stop loss. When Yale's trade was losing, but the stop loss was far away, he could stay calm. But when the price got close to his stop loss, panic would hit immediately. Why? Because the stop loss represents a confirmed failure. As long as the stop hasn't hit, Yale could maintain hope. But seeing the price approach his stop loss made the potential loss feel real and imminent. This triggered panic. Yale would either close the trade right before the stop hit, panic exit, or move the stop loss further away, panic stop move. Both were panic trades driven by the fear of confirmed loss. Trigger 3. Multiple losses in a row. Yale could handle one loss calmly, even 2 losses. But after 3 losses in a row, his trading psychology changed. The 4th trade would trigger panic even if it was going fine. Why? Because your brain starts seeing patterns. 3 losses feels like you're on a losing streak. Your brain starts expecting the 4th trade to lose too. This expectation creates fear, which creates panic. Yale would panic trade on the 4th or 5th trade, not because anything was wrong with that specific trade, but because his trading psychology was already in fear mode from previous losses. Trigger 4. Trading with scared money. When Yale was trading with money he could afford to lose, he could stay relatively calm. But when he was trading with money he needed, rent money, bill money, savings he couldn't afford to lose, every trade triggered panic. Why? Because the stakes feel life or death when you're trading money you can't afford to lose. Your brain correctly identifies this as genuinely dangerous. You're risking your actual security. This creates constant fear, which leads to frequent panic trading. Trigger 5. Watching the trade too closely. When Yale checked his trades occasionally, he stayed calm. But when he watched every tick, every small move, every fluctuation, panic would build. Why? Because constant watching makes every small move feel significant. A tiny pullback looks like a major reversal when you're staring at the 1-minute chart. This constant stimulation of small fears builds into panic.
Yale's identification of his triggers revealed something important. Certain responses to panic actually made the panic trading worse, creating vicious cycles that were hard to escape. The panic validation cycle. Sometimes when Yale panic traded by closing a position early, the price would continue moving against him. This made Yale feel like his panic trade was correct. See, I was right to close it. It kept dropping. My panic saved me money. This validation reinforced the panic trading behavior. Yale's brain learned, when you panic and close trades, you avoid bigger losses. Even though this was only true occasionally, the brain remembered those times and ignored the many times panic trading cost him money. This is how panic trading becomes a habit. Every time panic trading seems to work, even if it's random luck, your brain strengthens the panic response. The trading psychology becomes panic equals safety. The overcompensation response. After panic trading and seeing it was wrong, Yale would sometimes overcompensate. He'd promise himself not to panic next time. He'd force himself to hold trades even when his stop loss should be hit. He'd ignore obvious signs to exit. This overcompensation was just another form of panic. Instead of panic exiting too early, Yale would panic hold too long. Both were panic trades. Both were emotional reactions instead of strategic trading decisions. The shame spiral. After a panic trade, Yale would feel ashamed. I'm so weak. I can't control myself. I'm a terrible trader. This shame would make him more anxious about the next trade. More anxious means more panic. More panic means more panic trading. The shame from panic trading actually increased the likelihood of more panic trading. The trading psychology became panic, shame, anxiety, more panic, more shame, a downward spiral. The recovery desperation. After panic trading caused a loss, Yale would become desperate to recover. This desperation is its own form of panic. Desperate trading is panic trading. Yale would take trades he shouldn't take, risk amounts he shouldn't risk, all in a panicked rush to fix his mistake. These recovery panic trades usually made things worse. One panic trade would lead to another, then another. What started as one panicked exit turned into a series of panic decisions that destroyed his account. Understanding these patterns of how panic trading feeds on itself helped Yale see why willpower alone never worked. You can't just decide not to panic. Panic is biological. You need strategies that address the actual trading psychology mechanisms of panic.
After losing $31,000 to panic trading and understanding the psychology behind it, Yale developed a systematic approach to calming down, and it changed his entire trading experience. Yale's calm down system had 6 components. Each addressed a different aspect of panic trading psychology. Component 1. The pre-trade panic rehearsal. Before entering any trade, Yale would spend 30 seconds visualizing the worst-case scenario. He'd imagine the trade moving against him fast. He'd imagine approaching his stop-loss. He'd imagine how panic would feel. Then, Yale would mentally rehearse his response. When panic hits, I will take 3 deep breaths. I will remind myself that my stop-loss is placed for a reason. I will not take action based on fear. This rehearsal prepared Yale's brain for panic before it happened. When panic actually hit, Yale's brain already had a practice response instead of just reacting instinctively. Component 2. The physical calm signal. Yale created a physical gesture that signaled calm to his brain. He would place his right hand flat on his desk and take 3 slow breaths. This became his calm signal. He practiced this during meditation when he was already calm. He did it 50 times over several days, training his brain to associate this gesture with calmness. Then, when trading and panic hit, Yale would use his calm signal. The familiar gesture would help activate his parasympathetic nervous system, the calming system that counteracts panic. Component 3. The stop-loss contract. Yale wrote a contract with himself. I will honor every stop-loss I set. I will not move stops once placed. I will not close trades before stops are hit unless market structure changes significantly. Yale signed this contract. He took a photo of it. He made it his phone wallpaper. Every time he felt panic and wanted to exit or move his stop, he'd look at the contract. The contract made panic trading feel like breaking a promise to himself. This added psychological weight that sometimes was enough to prevent panic trading. Component 4. The platform lock. After entering a trade and setting his stop-loss, Yale would close his trading platform for a minimum of 15 minutes. He couldn't watch the trade immediately after entry. This 15-minute lock prevented the most impulsive panic trades. Most panic happens immediately after entry when you're watching every tick. By forcing himself away from the screen, Yale removed the opportunity for immediate panic trading. Component 5. The panic journal. When Yale felt panic during trading, he would write in a specific panic journal. He wouldn't close the trade or move the stop. First, he would write, I feel panic right now. The price is X. I want to close/move/take recovery trade. Instead, I'm writing this. The act of writing activated Yale's rational brain. It created a pause between feeling panic and acting on panic. Often by the time Yale finished writing, the panic had subsided enough that he could make a rational decision. Component 6. The 10-minute rule. Yale created a rule, when I feel panic, I will wait 10 minutes before taking any action. If, after 10 minutes, he still believed closing or adjusting was right, he could do it, but he had to wait the full 10 minutes.
This rule worked because panic is temporary. The intense feeling usually peaks and then fades within 5 to 10 minutes. By forcing himself to wait, Yale discovered that most of his panic-driven urges would pass before the 10 minutes was up. These 6 components together transformed Yale's trading psychology. Within 3 weeks of implementing this system, Yale's panic trading dropped from 31% of his trades to 7%, and within 2 months, it was down to 3%. Yale wasn't panic trading because he'd become a different person. He still felt panic. The biological response was still there, but he had systems that prevented panic from turning into panic trades.
Yale's success in reducing panic trading didn't just improve his results, it transformed his entire relationship with trading in ways he never expected. Before managing his panic, trading was exhausting. Yale would finish each trading session drained. The constant fear, the constant vigilance against panic, the shame after panic trading. It was mentally and emotionally exhausting. After implementing his calm down system, trading became easier. Not easy, but easier. Yale still felt stress. He still felt fear sometimes, but he wasn't fighting panic constantly. He wasn't at war with himself. This created unexpected benefits. Benefit 1: better sleep. Before, Yale couldn't sleep well when he had open trades. He'd wake up multiple times checking his phone, worried about his positions, replaying his panic trades in his mind. After, Yale could close his laptop and sleep. His trades had stop losses. His panic management system was in place. There was nothing more to do. His trading psychology had space to rest. Benefit 2: more consistent results. Before, Yale's results were wildly inconsistent. Some weeks up, some weeks down, depending on how much he panic traded that week. After, Yale's results became predictable. His strategy's edge could actually play out because Yale wasn't interrupting it with panic trades. His monthly returns became steady and reliable. Benefit 3: faster learning. Before, Yale couldn't learn from his trades effectively. Every trade was contaminated by panic. He couldn't tell what was a strategic mistake versus a panic mistake. After, Yale could analyze his trades clearly. No panic trading meant he could see his strategy's real performance. He could identify genuine problems and fix them instead of just fighting panic constantly. Benefit 4: joy in trading. This was the most surprising benefit. Before managing panic, Yale had stopped enjoying trading. It had become a source of stress and shame. He continued trading because he'd invested so much, but he didn't enjoy it. After managing panic, Yale started enjoying trading again. He could appreciate a good setup. He could feel satisfied executing his plan well. Trading became engaging rather than terrifying. The freedom from constant panic opened up space for actual trading skill to develop. Yale's trading psychology evolved from survival mode to growth mode.
Yale's journey from panic trader to calm executor offers you clear steps to manage your own panic trading, starting today. Step 1. Track your panic trades. For the next 20 trades, note every time you panic trade, every early exit, every moved stop, every desperate recovery trade. Write down what triggered the panic. Track the pattern. You need to know your specific panic trading triggers. Yale had 5. You might have different ones. Understanding your pattern is essential. Step 2. Accept that panic is normal. Stop trying to not feel panic. You will feel panic. It's biology. The goal isn't to never feel panic. The goal is to not let panic control your trading decisions. This acceptance reduces shame, which reduces anxiety, which actually reduces panic frequency.
Step 3. Implement the pre-trade rehearsal. Before every trade, take 30 seconds to visualize panic hitting. Rehearse your calm response. Practice this mental preparation until it becomes automatic. Step 4. Create your calm signal. Develop a physical gesture that means calm to you. Practice it when you're already calm. Train your brain to associate this gesture with calmness, then use it when panic hits during trading. Step 5. Use the 10-minute rule. When panic hits, commit to waiting 10 minutes before taking action. Set a timer. During those 10 minutes, use your calm signal, write in your panic journal, or just breathe. Don't watch the charts. Let the panic peak and pass. Step 6. Close the platform after entry. After entering a trade, close your trading platform for at least 15 minutes. This prevents immediate panic trading and gives your trading psychology time to settle. Step 7. Review and refine. Every week, review your panic trades. Are they decreasing? Which techniques helped? Which triggers are you still struggling with? Refine your approach based on your specific experience. The path from panic trading to calm trading isn't about becoming fearless. It's about managing fear effectively. It's about creating systems that prevent panic from destroying your trading. Yale lost $31,000 learning this. You don't have to. You now understand the trading psychology of panic. You know why panic trading happens. You know your triggers. You know the systems that work. The question is, will you implement them? Will you track your panic trades? Will you create your calm down system? Will you practice the techniques that prevent panic from controlling your trading decisions? Your trading account, your stress levels, and your trading psychology all depend on your answer. Panic trading destroys accounts. Calm trading builds them. The choice is yours.